Battlefields hold more than just stories. They hide incredible artifacts lost in the chaos of war. From a warrior's toolkit lost in Europe's oldest known battle to a helmet still holding the skull of its last owner, these artifacts reveal the brutal realities of ancient warfare. Each discovery uncovers secrets about the soldiers, strategies, and civilizations long gone. What did they fight for, and what was left behind? Here are 10 of the most incredible battlefield relics ever found. Number 10. Ivan the Terrible's Sword. A mysterious medieval sword was unearthed beneath a birch tree in Novosibirsk, Siberia in 1975. But this wasn't just any weapon. It was a beautifully crafted 12th century European blade, the only one of its kind ever found in Siberia. How did it get there? That's where the mystery begins. The sword was made in the Rhine basin of Germany and later adorned in Sweden with intricate silver details and a Latin inscription. But its presence in Russia puzzled archaeologists for decades. Some believe it traveled through trade routes or was seized in battle. A new theory suggests a connection to Tsar Ivan the Terrible. He may have gifted it to the legendary warrior Ivan Koltso, who fought in the conquest of Siberia. The sword was found just miles from where Koltso was killed. Did he drop it in battle? If true, this artifact may have once belonged to one of history's most infamous rulers. Number 9. Warrior's Lost Toolkit. More than 3,000 years ago, a fierce battle raged along the banks of the Tolense River in northern Germany. Hundreds, maybe thousands, of warriors clashed in brutal combat, leaving behind weapons, bones, and secrets buried in the mud. It's one of the oldest known battlefields in Europe. Among the most remarkable discoveries was a small but revealing artifact, a warrior's lost toolkit. Archaeologists found it buried in the riverbed, sealed beneath layers of sediment. The kit included a knife, a small sword, an awl, with its wooden handle still intact, a chisel, and scraps of metal. Experts believe it was once carried in a wooden box or cloth bag, now long gone. This discovery proves something astonishing. The design of the sword and other items closely match those from Bavaria and France, suggesting that some warriors traveled hundreds of miles to fight in this battle. But why did they come? And what caused this massive conflict? The battlefield still holds many mysteries, but one thing is certain. Warfare in the Bronze Age was far more organized than once thought. Number 8. The Teutoburg Forest Battleground. In the year 9 AD, deep within the Teutoburg Forest, 3 Roman legions led by Publius Quinctilius Varus marched unknowingly into one of the worst military disasters in Roman history. The Germanic tribes, united under Arminius, a former Roman ally, ambushed the Romans with brutal efficiency. Within days, thousands of Roman soldiers lay dead, their once disciplined formations shattered by the dense forest and relentless attacks. This battle changed history. Rome, which had been expanding aggressively into Germania, abandoned its ambitions beyond the Rhine. The empire never again attempted to conquer the region, forever marking the Teutoburg defeat as a turning point. The legions lost in this battle, 17, 18, and 19, were never reformed, a rare and humiliating move for Rome. For nearly 2,000 years, the exact location of the battle remained a mystery, but in the late 20th century, archaeologists uncovered broken weapons, Roman coins, and even a silver-plated officer's mask. These discoveries confirmed what ancient historians have described: a Roman army utterly destroyed in the dark, unforgiving woods of Germania. Number 7. Viking Battle Axe. The Viking battle axe was a weapon designed for both speed and power. By the 11th century, it had become lighter and more balanced while remaining deadly in battle. The Langed axe, discovered in 2011 in southern Norway, is a perfect example of this evolution. This broad axe had a cutting edge nearly 10 inches long and was clearly meant for two-handed use. The preserved wooden stump of its handle was reinforced with a brass band, making it shine like gold in the sunlight. This type of axe was likely used in the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066, one of the final clashes of the Viking Age. According to historical records, a single Viking warrior stood on a narrow bridge, wielding a massive axe and cutting down dozens of English soldiers before being taken down. Recently, blacksmiths have reconstructed the Langed axe, proving how advanced Viking weapon-making had become. This axe was a finely crafted instrument of war, designed to strike fear into anyone who faced it. Number 6. Roman Naval Battle. While Viking warriors fought with axes on land, ancient naval battles were just as brutal. One of the most decisive naval clashes took place on March 10, 241 BC, near the Aegates Islands. The Roman fleet intercepted a Carthaginian convoy trying to deliver supplies to their forces in Sicily. The result? A crushing Roman victory that forced Carthage to surrender on Rome's terms. Archaeologists have uncovered fascinating clues from the battle. Bronze rams, metal helmets, and pottery remain scattered on the seabed. Shockingly, many of the rams belonged to Roman ships, suggesting that Carthage had repurposed captured Roman vessels. Historians believe Carthage had taken 93 Roman ships in an earlier battle and had used them in their final stand. Adding to the mystery, scattered amphorae suggest Carthaginian sailors dumped cargo overboard, likely trying to lighten their ships for a quick escape. But it wasn't enough. Rome's victory reshaped history, ending the First Punic War and securing their dominance over the Mediterranean. Even underwater, the remains of this battle tell the story of Carthage's desperate fight and its ultimate defeat. Number 5. The Battle of Visby. While naval warfare shaped the Mediterranean, brutal battles on land changed the course of history in Northern Europe. One of the bloodiest clashes that took place on the Swedish island of Gotland in 1361, when King Valdemar IV of Denmark led his forces against the local Gutnish defenders. The Danish army, made up of experienced soldiers and mercenaries, was well armed with chainmail, plate armor, and powerful weapons. The Gutnish fighters, mostly farmers and minor nobles, had little protection. Many wore simple chainmail or padded armor, with some having no headgear at all. The battle was devastating. Danish troops crushed the defenders just outside Visby city walls. More than 1,800 Gutnish warriors were killed. In the aftermath, Visby surrendered, paying a massive ransom to avoid destruction. Yet, Danish troops still looted churches and monasteries. Centuries later, mass graves were discovered, revealing a grim scene. Warriors still wearing their armor, a rare sight in medieval burials. Today, the battle is reenacted yearly, keeping alive the memory of Gotland's darkest day. Number 4. Ming Battlefield. As brutal conflicts raged across medieval Europe, China saw its own fierce battles during the decline of the Ming dynasty. One of the most significant battles, Jiangkao Chaiyin, has revealed thousands of relics from a dramatic struggle in southwest China. Archaeologists have uncovered more than 10,000 artifacts, including gold and silver coins, tableware, jewelry, and clothing. The most astonishing find? A square gold seal with a tortoise-shaped knob, believed to have belonged to a Ming hereditary prince. This rare discovery is the first of its kind in China, containing 95% gold and inscribed with Chinese characters marking its royal connection. Excavations at the site have been ongoing for years, with earlier digs uncovering over 42,000 relics buried beneath a riverbed. To preserve these incredible finds, a museum is now in the works, set to open in 3 years. This battlefield not only tells the story of a fading empire, but also provides a glimpse into the lives of those who fought to defend it. Number 3. Tomahawk. Among the many weapons exchanged in history, one particular tomahawk holds a powerful story. This ceremonial pipe tomahawk was given to the legendary Shawnee leader Tecumseh by Colonel Henry Proctor in 1812. It was likely presented at Fort Malden in Ontario during the War of 1812 as a gesture to keep Tecumseh and his warriors allied with the British. The tomahawk, believed to have been made in France, carried an inscription honoring the chief, but this gift did little to ease the growing tension between Tecumseh and Proctor. Tecumseh had fought fiercely against American forces, even helping capture Detroit alongside British General Isaac Brock. He admired Brock's leadership, but when Brock died in battle, Proctor took command. Unlike his predecessor, Proctor was hesitant to launch attacks, frustrating Tecumseh. The tomahawk symbolized a political alliance, but it could not prevent the final clash. In 1813, Tecumseh and his warriors stood their ground at the Battle of the Thames, while Proctor and the British retreated. Tecumseh was killed in battle, marking the end of Native American armed resistance. Number 2. The Battle of Marathon. The Battle of Marathon in 490 BC was a turning point in history. The Greeks, though heavily outnumbered, managed to defeat the invading Persian forces. This victory allowed Greek civilization to thrive, shaping the development of Western culture. Among the many relics from this battle, one of the most intriguing is a Corinthian helmet, found in 1834 on the battlefield. This type of helmet, famed for its distinctive shape, was often associated with Greek warriors and heroes. What makes this helmet even more fascinating is that a skull was reportedly found inside it. While it is unclear if the skull belonged to the original owner, the discovery adds a chilling reminder of the battle's brutality. The helmet itself was crafted with thick bronze at the front for protection while leaving the back more vulnerable. This design suited Greek hoplite warfare, where shields and spears played a dominant role. Today, this helmet stands as a silent witness to one of the most decisive battles in ancient history. Number 1. Tolense River Battlefield. The discovery of the Tolense River battlefield shattered the idea that Europe's Bronze Age was peaceful. Excavations have uncovered a brutal conflict that took place around 1200 BC, making it Europe's oldest known battlefield. Over the years, archaeologists have found weapons, bones, and even personal belongings of the warriors who fought there. But who were they? Some researchers believe the battle involved two distinct groups, one local to northern Germany and another from Central Europe. Early DNA studies hinted at diverse origins, possibly from places like Bohemia. However, more recent genetic analysis suggests the fighters were not so different after all. They were likely from the same broad region of Central and Northern Europe. A surprising find added to the mystery, a collection of bronze tools and objects buried near the battlefield. Some suggest it belonged to a warrior, while others think it may have been carried by a metalworker. Whatever the case, the battle was intense enough to separate valuable items from their owner. Over 3,000 years later, the true story of Tolense remains unclear. These battlefield discoveries give us a glimpse into the past, revealing weapons, strategies, and sacrifices that shaped entire civilizations. But which battlefield discovery fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Your support means the world to us, and we'll see you in the next video.